Hello and welcome. Author Yusuf Tijani here once again for my Mission, My Vision talk show. Today and this morning, I would like to tell you an interesting interaction I had with my lecturer back in the university. All right. Okay. So this might not be the actual or the main reason I quit, university, but it's actually, in my beliefs, one of the reasons why I, got fed up of, the what do you call it, certificate education, or like, what we normally term as formal education. All right. Okay. So I was in the psychology class. All right, and supposed to learn to become a psychologist and a teacher as well. All right, so our lecturer, he came to the class, and then he kind of like started in his introduction. He said, okay, so as psychologists, we are responsible for finding solutions to people's problems, humanitarian problems, all right? So once he said that, I also had to believe, as a religious person, I believe that man cannot solve man's problems, all right? It is God, the creator, who can solve all of our problems. So man have our own, man has his own limitations. All right, I cannot rely or depend on you. And you can find it in the religious scriptures that a man who depends on another man is actually a foolish person, or not thinking straight. So you cannot convince people to rely on their fellow man for solutions or to solve all their problems. All right, so when he said that as psychologists, we are responsible for finding solutions to others' problems, I put up my hand to ask him a question that he could not answer. And that brings us to the topic of today's discussion, which is my lecturer couldn't answer. All right. Okay. So what was the question? I said, sir, I have a question. He said, all right, TJ, go ahead. I said, okay, sir. Assuming I have a 13-year-old girl in my area, okay, whose father is late and is only living with the mother. All right. Okay. So their only asset is a refrigerator, and what the girl does is to sell a sachet water. Okay, a chilled sachet water, or in the community, in the market, before she is able to feed herself and feed the mother as well. The mother is ill, cannot help herself. So this girl will have to go to the market, make sure she sells enough to get food for the mother and get medicine for the mother as well. All right, and even get money to take care of her own schooling. All right, so because of this hassle, the girl usually comes home late, and because she will use the rest of her energy to prepare food and wash the mother and find medicine or see to the medication of the mother. She sleeps late and is unable to even finish her homework. And the next morning she wakes up late. All right, when she wakes up late, she rushed to the school, and then even after taking care of the mother in the morning and finding breakfast and then all that, she will go to the school late, and then she will be punished for coming late, and then she will also be punished for not finishing her homework. All right, so it's a problem now. As a psychologist, how can I solve this girl's problem since she's losing interest in school? She's frustrated and she wants to stop schooling because of this. All right, so how can I solve it as a psychologist? And my lecturer said, after a few moments of contemplation, he said, I think, TJ, in this situation, you have to help them financially. I smiled and said, but sir, how can I get money when I don't even have money to finance my education properly? And then he bowed his head, and then after a few seconds, he lifted up his head and told me, with this, unless God's intervention. Wow. This brought me to my belief that it is only God that has solution to our problems as humans. All right. So psychologists or philosophers, whoever, cannot solve our problems, all of our problems. We may try, and we should keep trying, but we should rely solely on the divine source. We should rely solely on our supernatural supply, and we should rely on our maker to complete all of our actions for us. Thank you very much for joining me this time. And don't forget to subscribe and share for the benefit of others so that you can always get the updates on our uploads.